With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it is our extreme privilege to be on hand for the Super Bowl. And I can't help but look down on this field, partner, and think about the history of this game and all the great players, all the great teams that have stood on the field for this moment. So special.
This game is so historic that while we call it the Super Bowl now, that wasn't even the name of the first couple. It's the NFL World Championship game before the Super Bowl really took hold. And think about the Green Bay Packers winning the first two that got us kicked off and started towards where we are today.
And with the whole world watching, at the end of this game, at the end of tonight, one of these two sides, they get to etch their name in NFL immortality.
No doubt about it. They hold up the ultimate symbol of victory in this league, the Lombardi Trophy.
They'll run on first down. McFarland, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10.
Here we go. 36, 36. Leo. Look at me. Go. Hey. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. 5.
First carry for Raquel Armstead. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
Come on, now. Let's go.
At their own 12-yard line.
Let's go. 15, Ronnie. 15 line. General West.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Rush in. Jump. You go tight. Topper. Spot. Hey, lock it. No. Hey, wahoo.
Operating from the gun. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Switch.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Ready? 10 logo. Bravo.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Ready. 30 base. 5. Mike 51.
Going with Armstead, a 1st down carry. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd down, Lawrence. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. 61, matchbox lights. Go.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
No gain on the play. Leads to 3rd and 11.
Got it. Mike's 80 weapon. You never read. Let's go, baby. Check. Hot. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Charlie, 64. Read. Grip.
On 3rd down, Herbert escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Josh Allen able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Beginning the drive here with Armstead. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check, 55, come on. Check, go on. Hey, shoot. Flare. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. I'm coming for you, son. Look, squeeze. Check 43. Hit it.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Off-play action. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. We're scoreless after one. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a second down coming up. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Off the play fake. Lawrence. Room to run past midfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Break. 54. Mike 54. Hey, D-line, it's game. Hey, Alpha. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go, D. Hey, one set. Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They run it with Armstead. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Daniil Hunter in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, Lawrence. And he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offensive backfield has been something.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, stand up.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Josh Allen bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. He'll field this at the 5. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Rock it. Check 3. Watch check 3. Hey,
2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Check 99. Tight yard. Hard. Hey, Echo.
He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. With a 1st touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. It almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the 1st quarter. But in the 2nd quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to pick.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Josh Allen make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Check safety.
Back to throw. Herbert. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Vikings, first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
On the ready. Mike Popo. Better bring. You better bring. I'm letting you know right. Shoot.
On first and 10. Herbert. It's caught. Smith. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Ready,
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
Check 15. Check 15. Hey, high 7. Snap.
Second and 4. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
You got nothing. Go.
From the gun, Herbert. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 33. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime in Super Bowl 56. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Shoot. 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 Bang. 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 Topper. Deep rip.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. And nothing but daylight ahead. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Tony Pollard, 77 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker. Complete. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll give it back to Armstead. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Ready to break. Hey, exit. Hey, let's go. Come on. 51 to Mike. 51. Go.
Throwing on first down. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ben Gideon. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Right there on the coverage to knock that ball away was Mike Hughes. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Go. 54. Mike 54. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Hey, watch it. Check. Hey. Shoot.
Operating from the gun. Lawrence going for the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
61, match box, lights.
From the gun, Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And it's fielded at the 34. Nice move at the 40. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Set. 10-2 stop. Yeah. He's not going to get me.
A run here with Armstead. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
2nd and 11. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And able to work his way down to the 16. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll stay with the run and Armstead. And they'll lose yardage here, knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Here we go. 8, read. Bravo. 3 down. Mike 51. Coming this way. Here we go. 5. Mike 51. Go. 51.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt. They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 2nd and 6. Well, that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead is now 14-10. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Pollard. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The Vikings send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hey, stand up. Rock it. Hey, Delta. Check nine. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Defense.
And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert open here, Adam Thielen. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Herbert. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Roll out. Look at me. Zipper.
Now Armstead. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
51, Mike 51. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Mike 51. Mike 51. Go. Ready.
On 2nd down, Armstead. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, let's get that home. 51 to Mike, boy. 51. I got one. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Hey, Alpha. Mike 54. Mike 54. Shoot.
Back to throw. Lawrence. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away.
That's the way. X3, 218, chop it. Hatchet. Go.
This is Armstead on the carry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 6-yard line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Hey, Haywood! Hey! Banjo!
From the gun, they go with Armstead. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Set, ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
He's coming, double up. Hey, alert three.
On first down, Herbert flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be caught. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 40. 20, 10, 5, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Looking to throw. Herbert. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And the Jaguars have done it. The Super Bowl